Some times ago, I used my Xiaomi 17 Ultra together with a Nintendo Pro controller, and I hooked it up to my big fat 32 inches of a monitor to play the Tomb Raider 2013 Game of the Year edition, running this with GameHub, emulation. This video is there in the internet, so you can check it out. The idea of the video today is a bit different because, believe it or not, we live in exciting times. There is a Tomb Raider Android port right now and it costs €12. But you know what? Yeah, I have to do it. So I'm just gonna try to buy it right now, install it on my phone, and let me just even disconnect my Wi-Fi because I want to download this so quick. Well, the game is €12, so technically it's not so much, but it's still a lot if provided you can just play this thing with emulation. But what I want to do in this video, I want to replicate the very same setup I used while playing this thing on Tomb Raider, and actually got quite nice graphics, achieving more than 60 FPS, using GameHub Emulation. But this thing here is a totally other different story, is a port for Android. So I have just paid a game, I'm gonna download it and I'm gonna start it right now, and yeah, let's just hope that we are going to get a decent performance. I'm also having my temp gun. I want to replicate the very same video, so I'm gonna put the phone here as you can see it as it was there, and I'm going to play on these 32 big inches of a screen, and let's hope that everything is going to be better and that these €12 are well deserved. I'm also gonna be using C9 to get some nice reporting on power consumption, FPS and some other things, and I really hope that this is going to turn out to be a great experience, else this is going to be one of my so many videos turning into a financial disappointment, just spending €12 for the likes of it. Anyway, that's not so important. What is important is we really test this new Android port and then take an informed decision. Well, if you have a phone like the Xiaomi 17 Ultra rocking a Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, does it make sense for you to pay an additional money for an Android port, or you can as well use emulation? Let's find out. And now we're talking. I've connected my phone via this cable to the monitor. By the way, yes, I'm still using 5G. Anyway, I want to heat up the phone really as much as I can. Also, I will not use any auxiliary cooling, and the phone is gonna be in a case. Let's make it tough for the Xiaomi 17 Ultra. 5G network, not that bad. Honestly, could have been better. Let's do this right now. Feral, make your play. Now those guys, they know business. Setup is required before playing Tomb Raider. Alright, so okay, I'm just going to press continue. Optimize your experience. Alright, performance. The settings prioritizes smooth performance and higher frame rate. If we go to graphics, what is gonna be? Let's go to graphics. So this is high fidelity. Oops, something is happening here. We're back in the game. And we do have also sound as well. And this is the first time I see Tomb Raider native Android port, and it's running on my phone. And they can see here the battery temperature, CPU, GPU, DDR. This thing here is important, is how much watt we are drawing, the wattage. Okay, tough to start. Oh my god. Okay, so we have graphics and performance. Okay, let's go with graphics and let's use motion blur. You know what, let's start a benchmark. Just before I start playing the game, let's start a benchmark. Honestly, this thing should fly. What the heck, guys? Are you really capping it at like 30 FPS in the performance mode, in the graphics mode, sorry? This isn't great. Jesus. Okay, mixed feelings so far. And I really hope that the performance is gonna give me 60 FPS. The settings are applied, so let's go and start a benchmark. And I better see here 60 FPS, else I'm just deleting this video right now and stopping it and just, getting my money back for this game. Okay, that's a tiny bit better. Alright, come on. How can we get out of the benchmark? It's clearly that this phone can do 60 FPS because it was doing it even with emulation, which is adding a whole other layer on top of the, Android OS, whatever. Anyway. Very neat, you can touch and hold to skip it. So, let's go for a totally new game. I'm gonna hit the A button here, create a, okay, let's go, normal. Life is too short to play the games on easy. Okay, this is, we know about it, this is just the introduction, so I'm just gonna skip through it, guys. I've watched this so many times. Oh, let me record FPS. Alright. So now we have the FPS recording to scene 8. 6 wattage, somewhere like 6 wattage. Come on, Laura, don't drown on me, girl. It's cool. Honestly, if you don't want to engage with emulation and, you know, owning the game, fighting the game anyway, then probably this is your best other way to do it. Native Android port, 2026. The game is from 2013, so, you know, it took them only 13 years to do this. Ain't that bad. Okay, Cranky Group. Nice subtitles, by the way. The phone is not impressed right now, 35. Oh my god. Whew. The phone is not impressed right now, only like 35 Celsius. So I'm gonna try to play through the first mission and get outside of the cave, because this is what I do in my testing, and then I'm gonna tell you if this is worth it or not. Of your 12 euros! Help! Help! So far it's been a smooth experience. Oh, I know, baby girl, I know it's gonna hurt. I know. You're just gonna fall and stop yourself. Wait. Here. That hurts. Okay. Oh, yep. Whew. And I died. What the heck, man? Button mapping? Yeah, worked. Cool. Alright. What we can see right now is like almost like steady 60 FPS, which is kind of cool. But it's on performance mode, so we are not getting the highest graphics. I'm also not so sure if that thing is using like native resolution of the phone. It is probably using. I think I have a way of verifying. Wait a sec. If I press here. Okay, yeah, you can see it's 2160 by 192, which ain't that bad. Oops, what the heck?
I told you. That was loud.
Okay, pay attention to the graphics. Ain't bad, by the way. And the performance right now, it's very stable. Okay, I can just spin around like that. I would say it's pretty good for this point of time. And the phone is drawing almost like 6 watts, even not 6 watts, which is good. Alright, let's torch this as well. We know how this goes, we played it so long. Okay, let's ignite those. Was it like a stutter? No, no stutter. Alright, not as bad. Let's watch the animation here. 3, 2, 1, drop it! 60 FPS, good. Oh yeah, this guy. Woo. Okay. That was really close, yeah, and believe it or not, a second encounter with this very beautiful human being will follow shortly. I mean, how does this look like in terms of graphic performance? Well, it's not. It's okay, but I cannot really say it's impressive. It's simply because the original game is really like dated. But honestly, the graphics are still very good, even for a game from 2013. All right, we're almost there. Steady 60 FPS, not a problem for our Xiaomi 17 Pro. Oh my God, man. This is cool. Definitely one of the benefits. If you play native ports, well, there's gonna be big disadvantages because you're just gonna get rid of the emulation layer. Alright. Let's try to ignite this stuff. Alright. What is important is that we still get 60 FPS steady almost. And now I need to shove that thing. Alright, now let's watch the animation and see if we're gonna drop some frames, guys. Ooh, sweet moment definitely. Alright, and now the big escape follows. Ah. Oh. Oh my god, I just missed the button, damn it. Okay, let's retry it. Alright, that's a nasty guy. I need to use the Y button here. But this is what happens when you play the PSP, the PS Vita, and then you suddenly change to a Nintendo Pro Controller. But this time I got you. Okay, and you're now toasted. And now my HDMI connection broke, but we're back in the game. Oh my god, come on, pump them. Oops. I like that the controller works. You gotta pump him. Oops. And we're almost there. Yeah. Whew. Craziest pump. And we are out, by the way. So, 7 watts. 7.5 watts in this section, still at like almost 59-60 FPS, like a very good FPS rate, like a constant average FPS rate. Now just don't mind these breaks, I think it's my cable, it could be also the Xiaomi anyway. So I want to do a spin here, guys, and then I'm going to stop recording the FPS and I'm going to check with Scene how good really the performance was. But honestly, there are some pros if you want to play this game, but I'm gonna keep this for the end of the video when I do the wrap up and I first review the data from Scene 8. But so far it seems that the pod is really good. Alright, let's do a spin here for you. I have a feeling that sometimes kind of like the resolution drops, so probably like auto scaling, but honestly it isn't that bad. Now let's check what happens in Scene 9. Let's check the results. I'm gonna stop the recording here. And here is my Tomb Raider recording. I played through the whole intro. Now, the maximum FPS, apparently 60 FPS, so some cons, yeah, it's typical Pharaoh stuff, but you have basically 3 modes, graphic, performance and battery saver. So the good graphic mode is just capped at 30 FPS, which makes sense for some like racing games, but not for Tomb Raider, man. Come on, just uncap it. And I know you can do this, you know, via custom configs, but I want to have this like a stock functionality. So I was playing the performance mode, which means max 60 FPS, minimum 20 FPS, maybe in some intros. Anyway, the average FPS not that bad, like 58.8. Alright, that's not that bad. And here we can see, guys, this is the FPS. Probably one drop somewhere like in the escape scene or something like that. This here is the temperature, and by the way, the phone was very thermally stable, I would say. So this is also like the framing times in milliseconds. This is the CPU usage, 0 to 5 this course, and then 6 to 7. And then this is the CPU frequency. This is really interesting. By the way, we can see that we're kind of using the course, like the course to here almost like 2 gigahertz, but we're rarely just using like the big course. Not so sure about it. What happens with the power consumption? Because this is really cool. The maximum value that we were drawing was 7.5 watts, which is a lot, but the minimum was only 2 watts, and the average is actually good enough, like 5.20 watts is absolutely playable. So now, what are my thoughts, guys? Like the pros are, it's a stable port from what it looks like. Alright, so if you don't want to mess up with emulation, and if you don't want to really put a lot of strain and hit on your phone, just go and pay and buy the game and play it. If you want to mess up with emulation and save some money, then yeah, you know what to do. What are the cons? So the cons are that apparently they're doing the feral stuff where they kept the graphic mode at 30 FPS, which I don't really like. And probably some of the resolution AI scaling, sometimes it looked a bit weird. But nevertheless, it's a stable port, so yeah, I think it's a cool one and I do approve. And if you have liked this video, just go and watch like 1 hour brutal Ultra HQ Tomb Raider gameplay on the 17 Ultra, and I have also the 17 Pro Max and etc. Stay safe, VST over, and bye.